So one thing I've seen recently along those lines is you'll see a lot more plants in spaces, right?
Yeah.
So from what you're seeing on sustainability, is that something that you see a lot more as usage or adopting that to have a better air quality system?
Yeah,
More natural, right?
There are plants that actually clean the air. You can see them in a lot of indoor plants, but there's a lot of correlation to how you can apply nature in a space that actually inspires well-being, productivity, and people wanting to be in that space more. In the hospital setting, they say that access to views in nature encourages healing up to 3 days sooner than in a space that the patient does not have access to nature and views. And it's really important to consider all of these things as a part of design, how technology can overlay with contributions to green building rating systems like LEED Well Living Building Challenge, but also what are the other conceptual designs that help to improve VOC emissions and the people that are going to be in the space. And I think that that's what's so wonderful, the conversations that we're having now with architects. They're artists, they're focusing on who is in the space. And that's why smart building technology needs to be considered across the design project, because it is essential to think about how that person's going to interact in that space.
Right, use that space. So we talked about that before, how early, right? So now from a facility design perspective, so we need to be out further to understand, okay, we're going to, as an air handling system, right? We need to connect with that air handling system that is also monitoring the air quality in the room that needs to change, make changes as air quality changes. Then we have natural elements to help to clean that airspace. Right. But we need to be able to make sure that there's connectivity, right? Yes. They're there. So we're the part that's going to be able to handle that, right? So throwing, powerways cable, network cable, throw it in there and make sure it's connecting up to the air handling system, to the sensors that may be in one part, and then all that comes back and collapses to a control system that's going to do all these different things. So now sustainability initiatives are met. At the same time, it's intelligent space to be able to continue to do that as more people come into space.
So the application is there. Conceptually, the application helps to encourage occupant well-being, productivity, energy savings. But this also contributes directly to LEED Well and Living Building Challenge standards. So within LEED, you can look to see how a smart building system and the energy savings associated can be energy modeled to prove energy reductions to support the energy and atmosphere credits. Having sustainable cable with EPDs, HPDs can contribute to the materials and resources section. Living Building Challenge, there's also a net zero energy requirement, which smart building design can contribute to. Solar panels, we talked about this earlier, right? Yeah. You need to have some sort of renewable energy to meet net zero energy design. DC power right from the solar can control all of these things, along with red list free communication cable. And then in terms of well, there's an entire lighting feature section that all incorporates how lighting quality and lighting color and circadian lighting design affects the well-being of a person who's in the space 90% of their day, along with then the materials contributions. It's really an amazing overlap, and I do think that we're probably the first company in the world to ever tie sustainability and smart building in the same conceptual thought process, and it's really cool to see the evolution of that message.